Hello, everybody, and welcome to our first vendor video. We're here with Cieara, who is here in Willowbee photography capacity today. Hi, Cieara.
Yes.
How are you?
How are you? Good, you?
Good. So we're talking today about your photography business
Yes.
and shooting houses. Why don't you quickly tell us why you got into that and what do you like about it?
So I started off in real estate and I love it. I started off as an agent, and there's only so much creativity that you can have with real estate. And it's something that I have always been looking for. I've always loved photography and, going in so many homes, having the ability to also go in and shoot them sounded really enticing to me. So I kind of decided to switch into that gear and focus a bit more on the photography aspect. And I absolutely love it. It's definitely my niche.
And do you have so when you talk about niche, do you discriminate at all when it comes to houses, or will you do high end, low end? When agents come to you, they can't all be beautiful.
Yes.
What are your
I don't discriminate. I shoot absolutely everything you can think of. I have seen some of the most beautiful, meticulous houses, and I have also seen some houses that are not that great. And the best thing you can do is just shoot to the best of your ability, edit to kind of show the light and those types of things that come into the home. And, the tough thing is you can never Photoshop out anything that isn't going to be fixed when you sell. So if you have a broken window and it's staying that way, then it's going to stay that way in the photos. But, ideally I try to focus on the good things that are there and bring those to light. But I shoot it. I've seen it all for sure.
hopefully those aren't just my listings that
Nope, not
are the
just yours.
terrible. Okay, good. Yeah, all mine are beautiful. Right.
Absolutely.
Yes, of course. Um, do you have a limit on how far you'll travel?
So I do and don't. I will pretty much service all parts of Connecticut. The only places I don't really go are down to like Greenwich area. I feel like that's a totally different market and I'm not quite there yet. So I will kind of shoot all of the other portions of Connecticut. I also will shoot, into Rhode Island a little bit. I'll shoot into Massachusetts a little bit. Um, Depending on the distance, occasionally I'll charge a travel fee, but I try to be really lenient with it and, you know, nothing crazy if I do. But I shoot pretty much all of Connecticut except for down near Greenwich and yeah, parts of Rhode Island and Massachusetts as well.
Excellent. And what do, in terms of turnaround time for agents, how quickly after the shoot, how quickly can they expect their photos and what's your process there?
Yes. So typically after the shoot, I almost always head back home and I try to start as soon as I can. I will typically say for just photos that I will have them back to you within 48 hours of the shoot. Um, and if you chose to do like a 3D tour or floor plans with that, there's a little less leniency with that because I'm working with Matterport to have those come back to me. So sometimes those could take 48 hours or a little bit more. But as for the photo portion, I aim for 48 hours, but typically I have it sooner than that. Just
Gotcha.
kind of depends, but 48 hours is my max turnaround.
Okay. And so in terms of besides just photos, you mentioned Matterport, so 3D tours, floor plans, you
Yes.
do all of those things.
Yep. So I also do 3D tours. I'll do floor plans. They would come to you through a Matterport link. The main thing I don't do is drone.
Okay.
So that would be something where I have other photographers that do it that I'm happy to recommend, but I myself don't do drone photography.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Okay, cool. And in terms of like when you go to a house or anything, do you do light pre so I know some photographers they go and it is what it is and they walk in and they shoot and they leave. Do you do light staging preparation? when you get to a place, what do you do?
Yeah, so if it is a vacant house or somebody does not lives there but isn't home, I will typically move some things around just to kind of make the space look as appealing as possible. If the homeowner is home, I kind of gauge it on how they are. If they are, felt like they spent all their time prepping it and this is how they want it to look, I won't touch a thing. I'll just shoot it unless there's something that really should be moved. But if they're open to things being adjusted, I'm more than happy to move some things. I try not to do like big furniture moves or anything like that, but I'll, arrange pillows or fix some things on a kitchen counter, um, kind of those types of things. But I really gauge it on how the client is.
And in terms of if you could give like one piece of advice to an agent who's prepping a house
Yep.
to get ready for photos, what would you tell them just in general?
I would say to have your clients remove as much clutter as possible. Kitchen counters, you want to show how much space you have to prep on. So you don't want to fill it up with a lot of appliances. Things like dressers, you don't want to have too many of that in a room because you really want to show the space. And the second thing I would say is turn on all of the lights and open all of the shades. And as I go through, I might turn off some lights, I might close some shades, but to have everything on and open and ready will make for the quickest shoot so that your clients and you can just go right back to your daily life.
Sure.
Yeah.
And is there any uh, is there anything else agents should know in just in general about hiring you or differentiators between you and other photographers or anything else you'd like to say?
Yeah, so as I mentioned, I am a real estate agent as well. So I have, my license, I have access to Supra, I have, access to all different lock boxes, showing time, things like that. So utilizing me, you can trust me to go into a home, shoot it if you're not there, if you can't make it, your client can't make it. That's one of the nice things. And additionally, I know that you only have 40 photos to put into the MLS. So I want to make sure that you have 40 photos that will shine. Um, that's kind of the biggest thing. And additionally, even though I am a real estate agent, I don't talk to clients about real estate. I try not to let them know that I do it, but it's something that so that you know that I also know what you're looking for, not just as a photographer, but as an agent as well. So you can trust me to go into homes alone without you being there, and you can trust me to know, what is hopefully going to sell that home.
Awesome. My
Yeah.
last question is how can people book you? How can they get in touch with you?
Yes.
What's the best way?
So I am pretty easy to book and I typically have pretty open availability. I'm flexible with days and times. So you can reach out to me at my email, which I'll probably see if you can put it on there because the
Yeah, yeah,
name
I'll put it up.
hard to spell
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
But it's at ciarasellsct@gmail.com. Or you can give me a call or text at 860-754-7048. You can also find me on Facebook and Instagram at Willowbee Home Photography, or my name as well, Cieara, and at my website as well. So I'll let you put all
Yeah,
of
I'll
that
put the
on
whole
there,
thing. The
but
whole thing.
it's
Awesome.
hard to spell.
Well, I can vouch for you. You take great pictures.
Thank you.
Everybody should use you. You are excellent. I do think that your your experience as an agent is a huge benefit to knowing what agents want and delivering on that. So
Yeah,
I appreciate you coming. I
I
appreciate,
appreciate you.
of course. And everybody hire Cieara. All right, you
Thank
got
you.
it. Yep.